Dark Shadows. The Dark Shadows is a 2012 Tim Burton directed film that stars Johnny Depp as Barnabas Collins, who's a vampire that was locked away for 196 years. Before he was locked up, he was a very wealthy fishmonger tycoon. He's released from his capture and now has to adjust to life 200 years later, and also to deal with the fact that he is now a vampire. His big goal, get reunited with his big family and take them back to the top of the fishing industry. And we have our movie. So what were my overall thoughts? For whatever reason, this movie was the ideal way to pass some time on a Sunday with a humongous bag of popcorn. It's humorous, entertaining, and unorthodox in many ways that just catches your attention. However, not really everything adds up to a whole by the time the movie ends. Starting with what I really enjoyed about this movie, both Johnny Depp and Ava Green give excellent performances in this movie. Both of their performances in tandem kind of carry this movie, and it's really nice because this movie centers around a conflict between the two of them, obviously with Johnny Depp playing as our protagonist and Ava Green playing as our antagonist, which is a witch, and Johnny Depp being the vampire. That's kind of fun. Also, the entertainment value in this movie is actually quite prosperous. The movie has a lot of good laughs, and it was really enjoyable to see Barnabas sort of readjust to living life 200 years later. You can imagine things have changed drastically by then, but also trying to juggle that with learning how to be a vampire and sort of quenching his thirst for blood. Seeing those two conflict was a good time. And on the more human side of just living in the 1970s, add a lot of charm to this movie and actually give it a lot more heart. Also, the main plot by and large is pretty simple. It doesn't try to overextend its reach. The main plot line is simple enough, and the movie shines best when it tries to stick to it. Having said that, the number of plot lines that it has is a little bit too many, and the movie falters when it starts to drift off course, which actually brings me into what I didn't like about this movie. What I didn't like about this movie, all the meaningless plot lines that come with it. There are many things that this movie touches upon that could have some emotional heavy weight and bring a lot of context into these characters, but it's never really fully explored. Since it's never really explored, it doesn't really matter, and it really dims the payoff that happens at the end of the movie. It makes you wonder if the movie just abandoned some of these meaningless plot lines, if the movie would just been better served overall, and I happen to subscribe to that theory. And to make that point even worse, not everything really makes sense by the time the movie ends. Reason being is because some of these plot lines that they kind of explore all seem to end up trending toward one direction to all add up to a whole, but the fact of the matter is, since they kind of get abandoned in the third act, it really makes you wonder as to why they were there or why they were even relevant. It's like, why didn't they just cut them out of the movie entirely? Or on the flip side of that, explore more of those plot lines throughout the movie and maybe make it a little bit longer. I kind of wonder if the movie could have benefited for being another half hour longer. The fact of the matter is, the movie tries to do both of those things at once, and because of that, it suffers for it. And the last thing I didn't like, the family is really hard to care about. Your stereotypical rich who is very immature or just bland. When good things happen to them in the movie, I didn't really care. When bad things happen to them, I didn't really care. So overall, my friends, if I had to give this movie a score, I'm going to say it's a 6 out of 10. It was an okay movie. Johnny Depp and Ava Green's performances carry this movie, especially when they're on screen together. The movie has a decent amount of entertainment value between laughs, unapologetic violence, and also a simple story. However, a lot of the plot lines were meandering and meaningless, which really dimmed the payoff by the time the movie came to a conclusion. And to cap that off, the family is just really hard to care about and empathize with. Give it a watch on HBOMax if you got some time. Alright, my friends, have you seen Dark Shadows? If so, what did you think of it? You know where the comment section is. Let me know. Friends, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out any of these other great playlists or my off-the-couch reaction for this movie to join in on the fun. This has been the Bankrupt Hippo YouTube channel. I've been Bryce, and until next time, have a great day.